Welcome to the Save Childhood podcast with Jennifer McCarville. Because childhood has changed, but children have not.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Save Childhood podcast.
I'm Jennifer McCarville.
And I'm Nicole Dugan. And we have been talking and mentioning very frequently in our recent episodes about the Save Childhood Conference and how you could join us for it. And so we thought people might be wondering, what is the Save Childhood Conference? Who goes to it? What do you do there? And so we wanted to tell you a little bit more about that today. Yeah, and this year will be our second annual
Save Childhood Conference, because when we did one last year, it was just so lovely.
It was awesome.
Just really, really great.
Yeah, and so this year it's in November.
Yes, it was in October last year, but this year it's in November, the 14th and 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's here in Helotes, Texas at Marvelously Made School. And it's a Friday afternoon into the evening, and then it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's that Friday afternoon, and we eat dinner together. That's part of the conference. And then everyone goes their different ways to get a good night's sleep or stay up all night with good ideas and excitement learning together. And then we come back on Saturday and we spend the day together and do some more learning and growing.
Yeah, so it's really a small, intimate, professional development conference.
Correct, yes.
Which is really cool because you do get a chance to talk to everyone there and build relationships with them, learn about where they're from and what they're doing to save childhood, and learn from each other. So,
I mean, you know, I've always said this to teachers when I've worked with them, whether I was starting Marvelously Made or a few other programs where I was the administrator, that we make our plans, we create our environments and our spaces that honor children, and then the most important thing we do is build relationships. So you could have had, 5 things you thought you were going to do with the children that day, but if you didn't do any of them because you were present and building relationships, and that's where the children needed you to be, you did your job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing in this opportunity for professional development. We wanted to create a situation that had that like community, smaller gathering feeling, so we could build relationships, because we know that relationships are really the foundation of any kind of learning, of the soul work of community and connection. And you can learn so much deeper, just like children, because they're whole people. When we are emotionally relaxed, when we are emotionally attached, we retain more. We are able to then take that information and apply it. I go to so many conferences that you're just getting, and it is a lot of information, but the way you get it is just, fired away, 1 hour here, 1 hour there, 1 hour here, and little time to process. So we build in some pockets of that,
mm-hmm.
but it's also just the relationship building.
Right. And I also think one of the things that I love about it is when you're in different places talking about saving childhood or talking about what we do at our school, Marvelously Made, and how it's so different,
Mm-hmm.
We're saying all the things you should be doing,
Mm-hmm.
but people wonder, like, is that really happening? What does that look like? And so they get to come to our school, see the environment, see it in action. Well, some people get to see it in action if you sign up for the pre-conference.
Right.
Yeah. But seeing the environments, taking it all in, because we are doing it. And so that's cool to be able to share that with people.
Well, it really is. And I think that it just is such a catalyst for someone else's practice, because for us, this is year 16 of the school. And Nicole's been here with me since the very beginning, and she was a parent in the school the first few years, and then on our parent advisory board, and then joined our staff in the 5th year, and has been such an integral part of building this incredible thing that we get to do. And we've created it because we hadn't seen it anywhere. And so through trial and error and just pausing and saying, we're not going to do the wrong thing. And so we're going to not rush. We're doing the things that matter. The children have important materials, appropriate materials, and they have relationships where they're honored, and we're listening to what they need, and we're meeting them in those places. But the rest of it, like, how do you create a yes environment, really? And we also know that people are coming out of whatever educational situation they're in, and if they're in the education field of learning, you might hear it for a day or two, you might take a class on theory, you might hear a little bit about what it should look like, but then you're going into environments for your student teaching, your observations that are completely inappropriate. So it sounds good on paper, has been the experience for so many people. So you're striving so hard to listen to the research and align the developmental practices, and you're like, I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea. And so we've put in, 16 years of trial and error and pivoting and real reflective practices, and we're continuing to grow and to get better and better, which is such an important thing. But yeah, you get to see it. So I think you come in and you're like, it could look like that. Right. Start in that space, start with one or two things, but being able to have a concrete experience is not only for the young. It is for people in general. We benefit so much more from having seen it and experienced it.
Yeah, and another portion of the conference is some hands-on invitations that the teachers get to do, or the teachers or parents, whoever's there, get to be a part of. But those are things you could take back to your classroom or to your house and put into place immediately. Yep. And they're really good ones.
Yeah, they're fun and a variety. So we're hitting a bunch of different areas. So yeah, on Friday, if you sign up for the pre-conference, you get to spend time. We just have a limited number of those opportunities because those people are spending time in the classrooms.
While the children are there.
Yes, and observing. And then we have a time of reflection, and Nicole and I get to join those people for lunch, and we get to answer any questions they have. Then we have a gathering Friday night where we kick off the conference, and that's a couple hours, and then we have dinner together. Then Saturday morning when we come back, we do some more professional development, some fun variety of things, and we have a hands-on portion that you're talking about. And those are activities that you can take right back and implement the next week, the next day you're in class. And following that, that's when we have a tour and a visit in the classrooms, in the school. You get to go into the farmhouse, which is our preschool, and into the cottage, which is our kindergarten, and into the primary, which is first, second, and third grade. And our staff is also here. Our incredible teachers are here, and they are visiting other spaces because they spend their days in their own space. But they're also there to answer questions. And you're there to engage with the environment. You get to see what things are there. You get to touch things. You get to experience it yourself. You get to talk to, if you've come with a group, or if you've made new connections, which we hope you do, you get to learn from other people also. And so getting to see those spaces firsthand. So even if you don't do the pre-conference, that's such a valuable time. And our outdoor classrooms and our indoor classrooms are open for that time.
Yeah, and even last year, the people that did the pre-conference that saw it in action with kids there went back through that next time, and they said, I'm glad to go again. I want more time to look around and see it. So, and then after, are we doing the post-conference again this year?
We're offering the post-conference again this year. So after we do that tour, we have lunch together, and then we have an afternoon session of professional development. We wrap up that conference. That wraps it up. I think it wraps up 4 or 5 o'clock. And then there's a post-conference add-on, and those people will join us after they've had all of this day, day and a quarter, I guess, of information and experiences. And we have a little personal time with a small group of people where we're talking to them about what it is that they want to talk about.
Yeah, a Q&A with Jennifer is really what it is.
Yeah. And that just kind of wraps up our conference for the year. And it really is special. It's a special, different kind of experience. And we get to share meals, which is so important. If you want to build community, you spend time, you reflect, you eat together, you're getting the information, but you're also having some time to process it in those pockets of community building.
Right. It's a really amazing event.
Yeah, it is. And we have an incredible mama here who helps put that on, and a team that help put that on, that they just put all the details together and make sure that everyone has a great time. There's food. There's lots of, all day long, there's food. our families bake and send in things, and then we talked about in one of our planning meetings recently how fun it was to always have that kind of smorgasbord, and you could just get up and grab a muffin or go get some protein and just be cozy. We want you to be cozy, relax, grow in genuine ways, and take those experiences back that you're really going to be able to implement. So we continue to do this beautiful work in these wonderful ways.
Yeah, and you can learn more about the conference and sign up for it on our website, savechildhood.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and
you can also continue to support the movement by getting on the social media and commenting and sharing what we're putting out there. Let other people know about the conference. By the time this launches, it might be coming up pretty quickly, but that's great, and hopefully you can make it this year. Sometimes the last minute plans are the best option, so it all works out. But also, we expect at this point we'll be doing it again in 2026, and so you could put it on your radar to join us that year, if not this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to see you there. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll see you online. We'd like to get to know you, and we can build relationships outside of the conference too. Online is a beautiful tool, so we appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Have a great day. We'll see you at the conference.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. To learn more and join the movement, go to savechildhood.org.